What's going on YouTube, GZ Army? It's MrAGeezie here bringing you another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This time it's against Greg, Wario, and DDude. Now Greg and Wario are coming in with some Ubers here on a non-Uber day. This is actually the day where we took it from Adal Smash 026's stream, the one we were hosting. And look at all these Ubers! Mewtwo, Zygarde, Charizard, then Rayquaza. Then we've got Garchomp and then Arceus. I'm coming in with Florges, Dragonite, and Tyranitar. DDude's coming in with Infernape, Cofagrigus, and Venusaur. So already things are looking like they are not in our favor. So the question is, can we still do something about it? I figure, you know what, might as well just do it. We're just having a good time anyways. Yeah, so here we go. Wario and Greg issued a challenge. Wario sends out Arceus, Greg sends out Charizard. So immediately we have a nice matchup starting off. DDude's going to go ahead and send out King Kong, his Infernape, and I'm going to go ahead and send out I'm going to go ahead and send out my Florges. He goes ahead and runs U-turn, hits Arceus, and comes back. Now Arceus is a normal type here, as you can tell by his rings. So that means he's going to be weak to fighting. So I'm very curious why we didn't just have a close combat or something there. Anyways, Roar of Time hits me. Or hits the Cofagrigus. We're able to take it. Here comes the Flare Blitz. That's going to hit really hard, but I am going to be able to take that as well. So now the question is, what are we going to do? I'm going to go ahead and run a Calm Mind. I figured, hey, let's go ahead and Calm Mind up. Maybe we can go ahead and blast these folks right out of the air. You know what I'm saying. Alright, so special attack, special defense goes up. And Arceus goes ahead and gets a little bit of lefties recoveries. And Cofagrigus gets a little bit of lefties recovery. We're all just recovering, you know how it is. Sharing the love. Arceus must recharge. Here comes Inferno. Oh man, Inferno's not going to do much damage, but what it does do is burn me. 100% burn. I'm going to go ahead and use Wish, hoping I can survive an attack and a burn, and possibly survive. Here comes Grass Knot. Grass Knot on Arceus. At this point I'm thinking, what? What are you doing? But you know what? Maybe he's got some kind of strategy that I am not expecting. Possibly. I'm hoping. I'm crossing my fingers and I'm just hoping to goodness that something good comes of it. Anyways, there's the burn damage. And yeah, here comes Judgment. Normal type Judgment attack. And that's going to be powerful enough to take me down to 8. And at this point I'm thinking, well, I'm done. Because that burn damage is going to hit me out. But Charizard wanted to make sure that was the case, so he decided to Flare Blitz me just to ensure that it was enough to hit me out. Well, that turns out to be good because Charizard gets a little bit of recoil damage because of that. And here comes the Shadow Ball on Charizard. Now, everybody's going to get lefties here, of course. Arceus and the Cofagrigus. So, yeah, at this point we're thinking, wow, or I'm thinking anyways, how are we going to deal with this Arceus? I'm hoping he attacks one of these guys and maybe loses his ability. I'm going to go ahead and send in Tyranitar to get the Sandstream up. And at this point, Charizard is on my mind because Charizard is not going to like a rock attack. I was actually expecting him to switch out because nobody leaves their poke in against a Tyranitar. Nobody leaves their Charizard against a Tyranitar, especially after you've already evolved. So I'm going to go ahead and use a Dragon Dance. I'm figuring this is a free setup turn. Well, I was wrong. He didn't withdraw his Charizard. Instead he uses Dragon Claw. Now, Tyranitar looks like a dragon, but he's actually not a dragon. Surprisingly, Tyranitar is a Rock Dark Pokemon. Now, he may be one that should get a change later in the future, but I actually kind of like it. Makes him different. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get a little bit of lefties recovery here, and Garchomp's going to get this burn damage out here. So now I'm going to go ahead and use Stone Edge, being +1, and down goes Charizard with a crit. Super effective. Poor Charizard. He's probably like, what did I do to deserve this? Anyways, we got Dragon Rush coming in. That's going to actually hit the Cofagrigus and cause Mummy to come in. So now Garchomp has lost his Sand Veil. And I'm actually very surprised that he used Dragon Rush. Dragon Rush is a 70% accurate move, but it's not really as strong as it should be for a 70% accurate move. So in my opinion, it's not worth it. But you know what? He can do what he wants. So here comes the lefties for Rodriguez. At this point, I'm trying to figure out what are we going to do about these guys. Now he's burned also, so his attack is cut down in half. And then I see the Zygarde comes in, so I'm sitting here thinking, ooh, well, an EQ will hurt all of us, but I don't have EQ because I brought the wrong set. So I'm just going to go ahead and use Stone Edge. Gets a crit on Zygarde, but not enough to take him out. I don't know why they ran Sandstorm. Maybe a misclick, possibly. Here comes a Dragon Pulse. Here comes a Will-O-Wisp right back. Remember, I am not a Dragon type, but a lot of people think that Tyranitar are Dragon types. Make sure you check your typing and make sure you know about some of these pokes, or else you're going to be at a disadvantage here. So now the burn damage is going to cut Zygarde and Garchomp's attack in half, so we'll gladly take that here. My partner is doing a good job out there. I'm going to go ahead and use Stealth Rocks, just in case something has a Focus Sash that may come in later. And then this happens. A Surf attack. Totally did not expect that or see that coming at all. So I'm thinking in-game team maybe? Possibly. So we've got a Camouflage coming in from Zygarde. And then here comes a Shadow Ball against Garchomp. Basically, this is a battle that my partner and I look like we're going to be able to pull off. I mean, Tyranitar and Rodriguez versus the Garchomp and the Zygarde. If you really think about it, you would think Garchomp would just run an EQ and just take everybody out, or the Zygarde, but that's not happening here, which surprises us. So we have a double burn knockout, something that I can't say I see often, if ever. So both of them goes down, or at least one of them goes down. Here comes Mewtwo. Mewtwo comes in. That's right, Garchomp's got just a sliver left of health. And, yeah, he's not going to take damage from this Sandstorm, which I thought he was. So Mewtwo Mega Evolves to Mewtwo X. That makes him a fighting Psychic type. Now, I was kind of hoping he would not be that. I was hoping he would go to Mewtwo Y, but since he's that, this is not going to be as strong as I was hoping. And then here comes Aura Sphere. Yes, I'm specially defensive, but oh my gosh, I can't take an Aura Sphere from Mewtwo. No way. And then it's Stab also now. Can't do it. Anyways, look, now EQ comes in. I'm very curious why he didn't run that earlier. Here comes a Shadow Ball. This time, Garchomp's going to be able to get knocked out. So now we've got this Mewtwo to worry about. Sandstorm subsides. And yeah. More lefties for Rodriguez. Hooray! In comes Dragonite. And in comes Rayquaza. Immediately, I'm thinking, okay, Rayquaza's probably faster. And if he's got extreme speed, he'll probably attack using it. And sure enough, here comes an extreme speed. Hits my Dragonite. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, he's probably wanting to just break my multi-scale. I'm going to go ahead and extreme speed this Mewtwo, get him out, because that's going to be really important. But yeah. And then Rayquaza avoids this attack, so that doesn't help us out. Rayquaza is fast. So he's going to run Dragon Pulse. And look at who he attacks. Rodriguez. I'm wondering why he does not attack me, but I'll gladly take it. Here comes a Dragon Claw that's going to be super effective and take out the Rayquaza. Not really sure what the strategy there was, but maybe he was just trying to avoid the Will-O-Wisp. Not sure. But he didn't. So now comes Arceus. Arceus is out here, ready to go. And so is my partner. Here comes Roar of Time. Roar of Time hits hard, and finally, Rodriguez is down. That Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider did an excellent job for him. Well, I'm going to go ahead and run Dragon Claw. That's going to do quite a bit, but not enough to knock out the Arceus. And then he's got leftovers, but unless he's got something hidden, there's no way he's going to survive the next attack. Plus, look who comes out. Infernape. Infernape's going to outspeed all of us with his Mach Punch, and it's going to be super effective against this Arceus because he's a normal type. And, well, that's the matchup, guys. So, I hope you all enjoyed this battle. I know I did. Did not expect to overcome this Ubers team, but you know what? I can't really say we were all possibly on the same level. Had some good strategies, though. That I will say. Good strategies. Now, these may be in-game teams, possibly. That might have been what tipped us off in the end. But, you know what? It was still a great battle. So, yeah, guys. If you all like it like I did, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Shows me that y'all appreciate these videos that I do, and makes me want to upload more. You can also check out some of my other videos here in my channel. We've got links to Pokemon battles, we've got Pokemon live stream action video playlist here, we've got my Titanfall playlist up here, and then in the description we've got links to my Facebook and to my Twitter in case y'all want to get a hold of me or something. And to share the stream, of course. Yeah, and speaking of, to keep up with all my uploads and show your support, please share this video and subscribe to MrAGeezie to join in on the Geezie Army. I'd greatly appreciate it, and so would my family. We live stream Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I got for you today, guys. Alright, until next time, catch 'em all.